Hey YouTube, it's me again. I'm doing another video today. It's been a while since I've been on here. I want to say hi to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my little hair videos and just to watch me go through my natural hair journey for sure. Alright, so right now I want to talk about something that I've been seeing a lot of in the natural hair community. I'm not saying that it's bad or anything, but I just wanted to have an open dialogue and basically see what you all think about it. Um, as a natural, I feel as though, yes, before I became natural or went back to being natural, I really didn't pay too much attention to hair care. All I wanted to do was get my hair straight, perm it, get it trimmed, curl it, and wear it straight. Now that I have transitioned into being natural, I'm more aware and cognizant of the things, that go on my hair, go on with my hair, go on my hair, things of that nature. But one thing that I noticed is some people find it very easy to become hair obsessed. And when I say hair obsessed, I'm not even talking about product junkies because that's something totally different. Let those people spend their money the way that they want to spend their hard-earned money. That's all I'm going to say. But obsessed in a way in which people are so desperate for their hair to grow, they're willing to do things that sometimes can have a negative effect on their body. And I believe that you shouldn't hurt your body to help your hair. I don't think that, to me makes any logical sense. Yes, your hair is a part of you, it's an extension of you, but I feel as though when too much emphasis is put on grow my hair long, I want long hair, rather than I want vibrant, healthy hair, that's when negative effects can begin to come into play. And I'll give you one example. There's a craze going around right now where people are using Monistat to grow their hair. And I did do some research on it, and I do find that, the component or chemical that's used in Rogaine and minoxidil is also found in small amounts in the Monistat 7. Now, with that being said, I know you want your hair to grow, and I know you want your hair to grow fast, but I always feel like natural is always better. If you're going to be natural, not saying that everything that you have to do is natural, because I'm not trying to come at anybody that does, anything that others would deem unnatural with their hair. But I'm just saying, if you went from not putting one chemical in your hair because you believed it was a detriment, then why would you go then and get, other medications to put in your hair as well? To me, it's a little bit confusing, but I'm not knocking anybody for doing it. I've seen, studies that show with this craze of people using Monistat, it can actually make your body immune to Monistat. So for women who do get yeast infections and you go to see your doctor, you may have to struggle with that yeast infection because you built up a tolerance to that Monistat. And again, I don't feel like it's right for anybody to hurt their body to help their hair. Because your hair is always going to grow, but if you damage your body, that damage may be irreversible. Another thing I'm seeing is I've seen a lot of reports. If you Google like Hairfinity and biotin and things of that nature, people are taking these direct hair vitamins. Now, on many over-the-counter vitamins that you can get, in-store vitamins that you get, there is a warning label on the bottom that reminds people that if you have any kidney conditions, if you have any liver conditions, if you have high blood pressure, you're not supposed to take the recommended dosage. You're supposed to cut it in half, or it recommends that you don't take it at all. And the thing is, if you overload your body with a vitamin, then that means that your kidneys or your liver are going to have to work even harder to be able to properly filter that vitamin so that way it keeps your body in balance. And so I've read a lot of different reviews about Hairfinity and biotin in which many natural sisters are saying, I was on Hairfinity, I was on it for a month, and it gave me severe acne, and now that acne won't go away. And again, to me, if you're going to do something like that, if you're going to take a vitamin for a specific reason, always make sure that you do your complete research about it, because I don't ever want to read a story about somebody who, had clear skin and then developed damaged skin because they decided to take something to force their hair to grow faster. The reality of it is the best way to get your hair to grow is with patience and realizing that a watch pot never boils. Meaning if you're constantly looking at your hair, you do a length check every day. To me, that takes the enjoyment out of being natural. I enjoy being surprised when I do, my 8th month length check, or when I do a 2-year length check, or even a 5-year. If you overwater any garden or overwater any plant, eventually it's going to become waterlogged and it's going to die. And I feel as though, in the natural hair community, yes, we do want healthy hair. Yes, I believe every woman wants long, beautiful hair. Because long hair is been a long symbol of femininity, in many cultures around the world. But don't ever hurt your body to help your hair. When you are thinking about taking these hair vitamins, research as much as you can. Look on the websites. Go on the Better Business Bureau. See if there are any recalls or any, lawsuits pending or any complaints. You would be surprised at the things that you hear. And you never know. You may think, okay, I can go ahead and use this or that and it'll be fine. But you really don't know how your body's going to react. For example, I read something about somebody who was taking biotin or Hairfinity. I don't know specifically which one at this time, but it was one of those hair supplements, and they had suffered from a food allergy, and that vitamin contained a small portion of whatever chemical was in the food that they can't have. So the more they took it, the sicker they began to feel. Almost put this person in the hospital, was messing with their health, and their living. And when they went to the doctor was asking, well, are you on any medications? Have what are you doing? And they're like, no, I'm not on any medications. And then the doctor said, well, are you taking any supplements, any vitamins? And they said, yes, I'm taking Hairfinity or biotin. That the doctor went and researched the ingredients, and he was like, ma'am, this contains the allergen that you're not even supposed to have, and this is what's causing you to be sick. And she immediately got off of it, and her body was better. So, I just want to hear your thoughts about doing these different things to try to, in other words, force your hair to grow faster than its natural growth cycle. Do you agree with it? Do you think that it's, safe for people to start doing things like using Monistat in their hair, taking strong herbal vitamins that you've never taken before to force your hair to grow? There's other things I've heard of too. I've heard if you part your hair and you put green rubbing alcohol on it, it cleans out your pores, but something in the green rubbing alcohol also causes hair stimulation. And do you feel that it's worth, honestly, risking your health for your hair? And I know that may sound like a dumb question or a silly question, but you'd be surprised there are some people that feel that their hair is, that important, that it's worth them risking their lives for it. And I know hair means something different to everybody. It really does. There are people who say, whatever, it's just hair. There are other people who say, my hair is my everything. And I feel as though your hair is yours. It's your individuality. It's the way that you express yourself. So you love your hair the way that you need to, because I know I could never go to somebody and say it's just hair and didn't know that they just finished chemotherapy or they just beat breast cancer and their hair just grew back. To that person, it's more than just hair. So that's why I try to do it with sensitivity, to understand, okay, why would you do something like that? Or, do you feel that it's worth it? So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing from you guys and having this open dialogue about what you think is worth it and what's not worth it when it comes to your hair growth. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.